We are die rolling.
Most
we
of
are
us.
5/6 of die rolling anyway. We are on episode 8 of the Star Engine, a weekly D&D campaign from the mysterious worlds of Asher.
Hello, boys. Pink lemonade?
Mom!
Seen it.
Hello.
I haven't seen
everybody.
it. I haven't seen
Hi.
Hello.
Hello there.
We're down Thorinir. This week we're running 5 minutes late tonight. Sorry
Was he
guys,
here with
that
us,
was
or was
that
he
was
on
our
wandering
fault.
about? He was up at a tree, wasn't he? That's good.
And
Didn't have a tree.
but that's not going to stop us
No, never
Nothing's going to
does.
stop us.
Oh
No.
no!
because we're ready
Nothing's gonna
for
stand in our way.
the sacred
Not
summary.
Oh. Hey, we were resonating there.
It was good, wasn't it?
Cheers.
Okay.
Are we ready? Fantastic.
We are, yes.
In our previous session, we joined our heroes as they were climbing down from the mighty bluff. Claero had been lost amongst the clouds and was scooped free by Malken. The woman that he had valiantly jumped to save was hanging limp and dead from his arms, and the party elected to leave her buoyant in the clouds, unbeknownst to an unconscious Claero. 200 foot down, the party's wizard awoke from an involuntary slumber and began ranting about visions and darkness in the clouds. Nolus, whom he was strapped to, filled him in on what had happened in his absence. This triggered a deep discussion amongst the group. Had they done the right thing, leaving the halflings? Were they nothing more than bandits? How will they live up to the ideals laid before them by the people of Weirdwit? Sacred summary. They continued to the bottom of the mountain and rested, although the party was anything but settled. The group chose to head towards Fastbrock, a halfling settlement on their way to Dathkar Crag. On the way they witnessed burnt grasslands and a dead animal which reeked of darkness. They chose to continue on cautiously. On arriving at Fastbrock, they were greeted by a humble stone archway. As they stood at the threshold, they were individually taken over by a subtle madness. Nolus and Thorinir climbed the closest trees, and Nolus, needing fruit, was subtly attacked by Thorinir, who was protecting the trees aggressively. Zolan was anxious, and he claimed he needed to pass the exam, searching for supplies and materials. Claero searched the area for the local burial site, asking locals that he could find along the way. It was very clear that something was wrong in Fastbrock. The town was littered with piles of delicious meat, and locals were feverishly preparing for a festival which was starting in only 1 hour's time. After some searching and conversation, Claero, Malken and Nolus were coaxed into searching for Blaze, an occupant of the town who was missing. They found his abode and went inside, but little did they know it seemed to be some form of magical trap. We join our party, stuck in a room with no door, the wizard overcome with darkness, the monk desperate to leave, and the cleric settling in for the long haul. What I forget to mention is they also uncovered a letter. This letter speaks of void and madness that has overtaken the town. It seems to be a diary of such. Something is very, very wrong in Fastbrock. Sacred summary.
Sacred.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Here we are.
Clary. Much appreciated as ever.
Godspeed.
No, it's this. I remember this music from last time.
This is the stuck in the room with no door music.
Yeah. Wouldn't play this if I left.
Sure, it's going well.
The room goes black. In front of you, beside you, underneath you, is the blackest black that you can imagine. Devoid of all light, to the extent where you can see nothing past your own hands and body.
Is it a total absence of light? Can we?
You're in the room still, you two.
Oh, right, it's just that guy. Cool.
Claero was touching the meat.
That's what happened.
Yeah, is it-
My mum was right.
Family show. Family show.
Void, are you here? Are you here in the darkness? This must be you. This magic trick. This room.
Can we hear him talking to himself?
So he's still there to us, but we can see him in the frozen solids. Not all this is going on within his own perception, but what are we seeing from the outside?
As far as you're seeing, he is sat on the bed with his hand on the meat.
Cool.
Hello? It's just clear darkness. Just nothing.
As you speak, the words are sort of dampened. It's the opposite of an echo. They don't disappear into the black distance. They're deafened.
Okay. He's going to try and take his hands out then, if possible.
So just pull back from whatever.
If he has
it was
any
you were-
control over his body, yeah.
So you can pull your hands back,
Mm-hmm.
but at the moment you don't feel like you're in the room.
Okay.
You're not necessarily sat down. You've returned to a neutral body position.
I still have detect magic going. Does that make the darkness kind of green in nature from what I see from magic, or is there anything specific I can see within the darkness?
With your detect magic, so everything, whereas the whole room was glowing green previously, right now there is nothing but black.
Okay.
Nothing but black in front of you.
This is inconvenient. He doesn't know what to do.
You sense
When he speaks, can we hear him?
Right.
Right. Can he hear us?
time isn't necessarily passing at the same rate. You're not sure, in terms of your 6 seconds might not be the same as his 6 seconds at the moment. This is...
So as far as we're concerned, he's just touched the meat. He's
Yeah,
not
he's
done
having a
it.
different
He's not just, like,
experience.
frozen there.
Yeah, in no way can you sense what he's experiencing right now.
So anyway, back to the stuff on the table.
Ahead of you, you can sense a presence.
Okay, cool. So he's gonna try and walk forwards, go forwards. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So you move, and you move kind of freely. It's entirely unrestrained, restricted. There's no wind, or almost there's no friction or force that's carrying you. You're sort of floating, but you're able to sort of walk in that direction. Ahead of you, you can see what could be the outline of a body stood up, the silhouette almost, but within the blackness you can make out this equally dark shape, but it's hard to read any features into it.
Okay. Hello? Who's there? Ahead of me.
Claero.
Void? He's gonna move as close as he can comfortably.
So you keep kind of floating, stepping towards it. You seem to be approaching whatever this might be.
I'm here.
You notice these two eyes form from this body. Bright, fiery, eyes, familiar from a previous vision, that illuminate suddenly. They don't emit any light, they're just these two eyes that appear from this body. Keep on following Claero.
I need to get out of this room if I'm gonna go any further. Any help you can give me? Be much obliged. I don't know if you're nefarious, void. It's clearly you. Whatever you are, I need your help.
Be careful of void.
Then who are you?
At that point, with your passive wisdom, you sense presence behind you.
He although in the darkness, perhaps
This is creeping me out.
he doesn't have a real form, but he kind of actively winces on the realization that he's perhaps been confused for quite a long period of time and not understood what's going on with him. He's gonna, instead of turning round, he's gonna approach the figure in front of him and reach out.
Okay. So you take a few steps forwards and reach out towards it. You feel an icy cold on your shoulder.
Okay.
That just instantly chills right down your body. Makes you jump.
Yeah. Okay, I need to get out of here. Help me. To the figure in front of him.
Be careful of void. And the eyes disappear once more.
Oh, jeepers.
You feel.
Turn round.
You turn round, and you're expecting to see something right there in front of you, but you see an unknown distance in front of you, but maybe 30, 40 feet or so, two more black shapes, which appear like bodies, but these are more spectral, more ethereal in the way that they dance. Their bodies are shadowy, are floating rather than having legs or limbs. They're deep black, just as black as everything else around you, but you can make them out. There are a little bit of greys to them. You can just about make them out there, and they look horrifying. These are deep set, missing eyes, missing mouth, featureless, kind of all over. Just these dark grey, spectral, floating figures, almost like black smoke, kind of wisping and dancing, that seem to be slowly heading towards you.
Okay. So he's going to kind of close his mind's eye, if you will, and focus as hard as possible on leaving.
Okay.
I guess it's a big old feat of Arcana or something.
So you're just trying to
leave the darkness, whatever
return
plane,
to the world.
yeah, whatever strange veil I'm looking beyond.
Mm-hmm. So you'd like to give me... There's no particular spell you're casting. You're just...
No, it's a strength of will, really.
Okay. So give me your Arcana roll.
15.
15. You concentrate as hard as you are able to, but you don't seem to be able to bring yourself back. These creatures start to close on you a little closer.
Okay. Cool. In which case, feeling like he can't escape, he's just going to confront them.
Mm-hmm.
Who are you? Who comes after me?
This deep inrush of air just whistles past you. You don't feel wind, but you feel cold. Void. A third creature you see in the centre. These are kind of off to the left and the right. A much, much larger creature, but similar in its body. This huge, black, wispy, floating, spectral being with these deep-set eyes, larger than the other two, although the other two look almost like miniature versions of the same thing. is in the distance ahead of you, but even from in the distance it looks about the same size, even considering perspective. So if it were closer to you, it would be sizably bigger.
Void,
Heading
what
towards
do you
closer still?
what do you want of me?
Doesn't seem to speak to you. They come closer still.
If you're confronting me, you must want something.
They're heading closer to you still.
I'll be honest, friend. You're not exactly the least nefarious force I've ever come across.
One of these creatures reaches its hand out to grab you.
Cool. Again, strength of will, perhaps within this, beyond this veil. He's gonna try and be aggressive. He's gonna try and fight it.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you are. Yeah.
Cool.
Go for it.
I'm assuming I have no body, so
Nice.
this is like
No, I
if
like
I'm
it.
in like an ethereal plane, then it's just will versus will.
Wouldn't be right if you didn't try and burn something. So.
Yeah. What'd I get?
18.
Oh, plus 5, which is 23.
Okay. So, and where are you firing it?
Maths. He's going to fight it hand to hand. He's because it's so close. He's just going to try and kind of hit it with a
The
strength.
creature that's reaching out to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, it's kind of more like he's asserting his will on it. So I imagine it's not actually like a physical attack, but it would back away. So I guess if his will was strong enough, then he might be able to hurt it. But...
Sure. So you can make a damage roll.
Ooh. What do I get? What do I get plus for my attack bonus?
You're just going to hit it.
Yeah. I'm not attacking it with
Plus
a weapon or
strength,
anything.
You won't have proficiency, I don't think, so plus your strength modifier.
Cool. It's 19 to hit.
19 to... Sorry, what was the last roll?
So I rolled a 23 for my Arcana, and I've rolled a 19 for attack.
Sorry, I thought you were making an attack roll the first time round.
Okay.
So you made an Arcana roll to try and...
Overpower it mentally.
Okay. So then we can test that.
Mine bullets.
Mine bullets.
And then you're striking it in effect with one of your fire...
Yeah, why not?
Your fire... What's your cantrip?
Yeah, boy.
My cantrip is Firebolt.
Fireballs. In effect, you're using that in melee, which I'm happy with.
Sweet.
Because you overpowered him. with
It
Arcana.
looks cool.
So you reach out...
Especially in a completely dark environment.
It's 19 plus 5, so it's 24 to hit.
Sure, and make a damage roll then.
It's been a little while, everyone.
1d6.
You haven't
I
used
think it is
fireball.
2? Or was it 2d6 for fireball?
Firebolt on a hit of a target takes 1d10 fire damage, my friends.
Nice.
Where are you guys at the moment?
Still in the room.
Still in the room over by the table, I think, last time we were
Okay.
examining the gubbins on the table.
Can you both make
Yeah,
dexterity
babe.
saves, please?
Oh, Lord.
That's a
Oh, loud.
10.
Plus 3.
0. That was a d10. Yeah, no. That was a d10.
Mine is a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Mine's only a 10.
10. Okay. The Claero stands, fires a firebolt across the room in your direction. You both just dodge it. You feel the heat sear past you across your face, but it doesn't do enough damage to burn you.
Oi! Don't do that again!
Claero, you're
Can you hear me?
totally innocuous to this. So
Yeah.
you can see this madness. He's lost somewhere.
What the?
Kind of backhand him.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
If you don't, I will.
So non-lethal damage, and we can slap him around the face. Oh! I rolled a 1.
Okay.
He's writhing around.
You attempt to strike him, and you kind of as he's standing, kind of stumbles into you. You now feel this creature holding you, this pale. So you've got no idea of the connection back to wherever these guys are. You feel this creature trying to grapple you and embrace you.
I'm going to, as he falls against Nolus, I'm going to grab him by the shoulders and sort of pull him upright.
Nolus.
No, Claero.
Claero,
Grab him by
okay.
the shoulders and pull him upright.
So you feel a second creature, this icy touch on the back of your shoulders. This other one right in front of you, this horrifying overwhelming experience.
Now looking at his face, I can see that he's got a completely blank expression on his face.
He's certainly out of it. You know, there's something. He's not looking at you. He's
not
lost
seeing
somewhere.
us. I'm going to grab his wrists. Make sure he can't do that again. I've realised that there's something not quite right. The look on his face. I'm going to grab his wrists.
Okay, you
I
experience.
just hold on to his hands, keeping his hands pointing away from us, basically.
Okay, one of these creatures is trying to restrain you by the wrist. This icy grip, searing through your arms.
Cool. So he's gonna shout into the darkness, willing this creature to die. Go towards death. And he's gonna click his finger and toll a tiny little bell of the dead that tinkles in the darkness. I imagine in this void space, it's probably quite a bright light because it's kind of a magic, but it's what it looks.
Blow out quickly, and then the blackness would almost overtake that light and repress it right back in.
Yeah, almost like a smoke. Okay, cool. So the creature has to make a wisdom save versus my DC 13.
Okay, can you please make a wisdom save?
Is that for everybody or just for to choose?
Oh, that's not good. That's 8.
Toll the dead save.
Sorry, mate.
Don't worry, the hero's still outside. So
It'll be fine later. The hero better find a way of getting in.
This creature in the darkness takes 2 necrotic damage.
Okay.
That's lucky.
You see this creature recoil a little bit as it strikes. Probably loosens the grip on your hands. Just comes back a little bit. You feel this overwhelming sense of emptiness, this death inside of you. You wonder if your heart's stopping.
I'm going to let go of his hands. I'll let go of his wrists immediately and back away.
You just feel drained of every part of your essence and your being. You almost go third person for a moment. What are you up to, Solon?
I'm outside. I'm having a merry time at the moment. I'll be. I'll probably have the whole rucksack sprawled out across the floor, checking that I've got everything that I need, and it'll probably just be repeating that same process. Thinking, have I forgot something? Undoing the pack, checking I've got everything, repacking. Have I still remember this? It's probably a similar situation to that at the moment.
Fine. You've noticed now that Thorinir is missing. He's not where he was previously, where he's putting the ribbons up in the trees all around the town. He seems to have left your sight.
Cool.
But to be honest with you, you've got other things on your mind.
I say I'd have paid attention to that, but it's not. Yeah, it's not my immediate thought.
There's
so.
still the few halflings in the town square.
Is he still drinking out of the fountain? Ladling.
He is, yes. Every now and again, Pug's ringing,
Pug's pie shop.
having 20 seconds worth of ladled water from this beautiful looking sparkling pond, and then this other lady that's running around here and there trying to put these ribbons up.
The lady selling wool still there as well.
She is at the stand, yes. She is
No, thank you, madam.
a little bit shaky and shuddery, but she's there.
Cool, lovely. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm in the scene now. I know where I'm at. Yeah, I'm good.
Back with you guys.
I have a
Nolus?
bit of a thought. Nolus is slowly, not very quickly, slowly remembering some of the conversations he had with the other survivalists up at the Great Bluff, that the name of which he's forgotten. Baal, he wouldn't have remembered that. And you remembered the guys talking about Frostbrook and talking about mad halflings, specifically that they were wearing masks. So, imagining this, he's now concerned he's wearing a mask that he doesn't know he's wearing. So in order to save both himself and Claero at the same time, he's going to headbutt him in the face.
I did not see that coming.
So if you'd like to make an unarmed attack,
Yeah.
this creature comes to you, its mouth wide, its eyes wide. It looks like it's about to engulf your face.
But he genuinely believes that he's wearing a mask, and this is the best way to remove it. Well, the quickest way to remove it from both of them. That is a 19.
That'll hit.
It's non-lethal damage because he's just trying to smash the mask off his face.
I'm pretty sure
It's
this
gonna
is-
work. It's
So
totally
that
going to
would be
work.
fairly lethal under the right
Yeah.
circumstances.
I'm pretty sure it's Dathgar Crag as well. It wasn't
Was
Foxborough,
it?
but
Not
it's
even
fine.
here.
This is still Nolus territory. I'm pretty sure it wasn't Foxborough.
Totally different place. He doesn't quite have the intelligence.
I would have
for this
thought that.
kind of
Yeah, I like it.
thing. So that's a 4 non-lethal damage.
Lovely dice as well. That. It's got a lovely colour that does, isn't it?
This creature, again, this piercing cold,
Yeah.
overtakes you. Its mouth wide, you almost feel your face disappearing into it. And then this vision again.
Get away from me, creature! And he's just going to try and headbutt it back.
Nice.
It's a headbutt off, everyone.
The scrag.
Okay, so another unarmed attack, please.
So that's going to be D20 plus strength, right?
Scrag.
Yeah.
Do 14. Yes.
Not a hit. Well, it probably is a hit, but it probably wouldn't
Yeah.
feel it.
You just
Perfect.
feel your head just go right. You kind of make contact with it, but you just feel
Yeah.
your head go right through it, almost. This is such a terrifying experience in this blackness. These swirling creatures just ethereally dancing in front of you, attacking at you.
Cool.
I feel like this is the fight for your life.
I'm going to look at the again at the items on the table. Can you just remind me what's left on the table?
Yeah, absolutely. You had the silver knife, which I believe Nolus took actually.
Yeah.
You also
Oh yeah, I've got that. haven't I?
you have.
Give a hat on.
There was a potion of growth which Nolus took. There was a copper key which you took. There was a pack of cards. This flexible hollow toy. A bullseye lantern. A smooth polished stone carving of a brock, one of these creatures. The faded black hat, which I
creature?
believe you're still wearing. And
Yeah.
a ring, the diary,
I do like
and
that.
a rope.
Okay, I'm going
Of which to hang yourself.
That's the only way
to
out.
put the rope around
That's really
Clairo's
dark.
neck and pull
That's really
really
dark.
hard.
Probably shouldn't make that check. Apologies, children.
The lamp.
Touch nothing but the lamp.
Sorry.
That's good.
So you've just seen Nolus headbutt Claero.
Yeah, I'm
and you've
so
seen
pleased.
Claero attempt to headbutt
I'm
Nolus.
searching around for something that I can. There's nothing among that lot that looks like it's going to help with our situation. I'm going to push Claero in the chest and try and push him back down to just a getaway type push back towards the to push him back down onto the bed.
Okay, so if you'd like to make a athletics roll, you see this creature come at you. You can attempt to stand up to it or dodge it.
Athletics. That
I'm
is
gonna-
20, not natural.
Try and dodge it.
Using some acrobatics roll, please.
Yeah. 10.
10. So you
I rolled a 20. Well, 18 plus
You won.
2.
So you just, as you attempt to dodge it, it just swirls to the side and pushes you back. You feel yourself falling. You see him land on a bed. You feel yourself just falling.
I just sort of shouted while this is happening. Shouting, Claero, can you hear me?
So Nolus, using kind of the shamanistic medicine of his people, I guess, has seen a lot of people take a lot of substances and go into a lot of trances. He's going to see if he can try and figure out how he can wake this person up from experience.
Okay, in what regard?
It's like
Magically,
medicine,
nature, medicine,
Probably medicine.
medicine. So okay.
Or it could be survival, I guess, or why do you want me to roll
If you
it?
think he's sick, then it's a medicine.
Well, I'm
roll.
guessing I'm trying to wake him up from a trip, right? Is what I'm doing.
Yeah. So I'm happy with medicine.
Yeah. That's 12.
12.
Oh, actually, while he's doing it, I may as well use guidance on that as well. Because obviously the idea being that it's kind of a shamanistic thing. He's bringing Celeste in to try and help him out doing it. Ooh, not bad. Which would be 16.
Nice.
16. So you're pretty confident that you're probably at this stage knowing Claero and what he's done over the last few days that you've known him. You're probably pretty confident that he's having one of these psychotic episodes that he seems to get when touching things.
Touching things. Is there any way that I would know how to wake him up, or any way I'd know to help him?
The there's nothing that you get. You don't get any further insight,
Cool.
other than you're pretty confident it looks like one of the same things that he's had over the previous few times he's gone into it.
Okay. I'm going to relay this to Malken. Nolus is still pretty freaked out because he's still seeing stuff, right?
Yeah.
But he's last session, the detect magic as a ritual, so he kind of knows that everything's an illusion now. So he's getting there. But he's just going to relay this to Malken. He is having his vision. He's not well. He's seeing the visions
So
again.
why is he attacking us?
I don't know. He must think we are something else. We have two
Yeah,
choices:
okay.
leave him to kill us or restrain him, perhaps.
You're up.
It's flaming in the dark, I guess. This is a horrifying dream to him. He's had these before, but never such a what's a dream where you feel you have control?
Lucid.
So never as lucid as this. So he's considering fighting with greater magic.
Pretty so.
I guess he's going to shout out in the dark. Whoever you are, whoever's guiding me, not Void, the red eyes in the dark. Who are you?
You hear him say this time.
Oh.
So everything that you hear, all of that, where you had no indication previously.
Claero, it's
I
us.
imagine we'll be shouting
Yeah,
back.
it's us. Claero, can you hear us?
If
Yeah.
you give me a perception roll.
Nice. Good luck. I cast bless.
12.
Cast guidance on you.
It was 15.
15, and can you just give me a charisma roll from your side?
Both of us?
If you, or do it with advantage if you're helping.
6.
I'll do it with advantage.
Charisma, where am I?
Oh,
there it is, +1. So 7. Or excuse me, 11.
Bless you.
11. You can make out possibly the creature shouting at you, but you no more than that. You hear it, but you can't make out its words.
Okay.
This creature's still kind of baying over you, and they seem to be shouting something at you in their
Do you grab
wind-like fashion.
Tie him up with rope.
Yeah.
The one with the fiery eyes, save me from the creatures. I don't have the power.
Did we hear that?
Yes.
Some sort of magical
Nolus
thing
just
going
trying
on.
out is going to grab hold of... What does Claero have on him right now? Do you have like something you can hold, like a weapon or a...
He's got a short
Short
sword on
sword.
his back.
He's going to grab the short sword on your back and say, just whisper into his ear, you are strong, the light of Celeste goes with you. And he's going to cast light on the short sword to make it glow blue. To see if that can guide him in his vision, I guess.
You see this creature reach round to your back. You feel like it's about to kill you. It removes the sword from your back, holds it in front of you, and lights up blue.
Okay.
And did you pass it?
Yeah, it was just I was going to give it to him.
Yeah, and then it opens its hand to you.
Okay. Yeah, he's
Give
gonna.
him a weapon?
He must know that if he knows that it's there, he will know it's us. It is my light, no?
Okay.
Yeah,
Or he will kill us. One of the two. Stand behind me.
he's gonna grab it, stand up, and threaten the creature.
Okay.
Get away from me! Get away!
Okay, you see all of this.
Cool.
Malkin?
While this is happening, Nolus is tying a lasso.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to reach for the lamp and light it.
Light it.
So,
got a lantern.
what have you got to
A
light?
lantern. I have a tinderbox. So while he's doing that with the sword, I'm going to reach over, light the lantern.
I believe a tinderbox takes a minute to light.
Okay.
As per.
Want to clarify?
as per player handbook.
Wow,
I'm gonna
that's
look.
impressive knowledge.
I believe.
I'll clarify this.
Don't clap me now.
Sounds about right.
I'm
It could be
taking it.
entirely wrong.
Carry on.
It would
as we
take me
go.
more than a minute to do that. I've used
Yeah.
a tinderbox and it's a pain in the ass.
I will be.
So you can start to do so.
Yeah, I don't think I've got a box of matches on me or anything like that.
Do you think it is a magic lamp or
I don't know,
you
but
can
it,
just cast light?
I don't know, but it might help.
So you see
I'm going
what
to try
you
and get
do.
this thing lit.
You're
So
just
this guy's waving a sword around, a
Yeah.
glowing sword.
yeah.
I'm going to lasso him.
Okay.
Can I have one action before?
Oh, you had your action. You waved a
Grab
sword
the,
around.
hey,
how
grab the
aggressive.
sword and waved it.
Yeah, and you chat about tinderboxes
Yeah.
for ages.
You've been tying the lasso to be fair,
Yeah.
so he probably has a.
One last time before
Hefty.
I'm lassoed to the floor. Can I take in anything else that I can see around me? Just to, he's never been this clearly in the darkness before. If there's anything that can tell him what the hell he needs to be doing, I'd love to know.
Sure. So if you give me, I guess, perception.
Yeah, of course. He's kind of, he's sort of sweaty and horrible, and he's kind of looking around just to see what's in this space. It is 19.
19. So you have these two ice cold creatures bearing down on you, just stood in
One
front of
wants
you.
to be
at the
lying
moment.
a tinderbox.
On the tinderbox, if the item has fuel, it's an action. If it doesn't, it's a minute.
Ah,
So
right.
if the lantern had fuel inside, it would be an
Still
action to
pretty
light.
good, remember.
If it if you had to add fuel,
Let's,
it would be a minute.
Let's D2 that. It doesn't have fuel. I'm afraid to say.
good knowledge, huh? Yeah, that's good.
Yes, these two creatures bearing down on you, and you can still behind them you can make out this larger spectral black creature that's floating there. And as you look you look at it, you almost enter its eyes. Your mind and your vision is pulled right towards its face, and it almost elongates itself towards you. You're kind of pulled right into it to the point where you almost feel like you have to look away because it's just overtaking your every being, and it's different to what you felt before.
Bloody Eye of Sauron, you know what I'm talking about?
It's not the same experience that you've had in previous visions.
Yeah, he's afraid. He's just afraid.
You should be.
Is this bloody lamp
You're still tindering at the moment, and you've got your lasso built,
Yeah.
and and you're just going to try and tie him up.
Well,
So
yeah,
it's-
like I've lassoed big fish before, and whales, and various other things that we've killed and eaten as a tribe. I'm going to lasso my prey.
So if you give me a dexterity
Yeah.
check, and if you see this,
What I can attack?
you see this rope in effect turns into just more of this floating black spectral
Yeah.
aura.
Can I take a swing at it?
It's taking its action, so
Okay.
I guess you can make an attack roll. I guess a lasso would be
Yeah.
an attack roll, but based on dex.
You cowboy in it.
Cowboy in it, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah! Oh, it's not good. It is not good. So that's only a 9.
Okay.
So you misses, right?
Yeah, so you just feel this. It's trying to throw or hurl some kind of aura energy. towards
2
you
foot
that
away
you
from me.
dodge
How
away
did you
from.
miss that?
It's probably fitting.
He's driving around. He has a sword.
Okay. Cool. So he's aware that he's going to have to. He can't. Can he have another try at trying to leave? Close his eyes and really focus on trying to leave the darkness. He doesn't want to fight these creatures because they seem impossible.
Go for it.
Impossible.
But yeah, no, it's going to be no good.
Okay.
Cool.
You just see him kind of close his eyes and.
In which case, yeah. Please
Okay,
go
you're
ahead.
Still
still tindering.
not doing. I'm going to do it. Cool, that's better. That's a 19.
19 I would think would hit.
Of course I hit, yeah.
Cool.
So you successfully managed to kind of get this lasso around his
Yeah.
shoulders. You just feel this tightness around you suddenly. You think, this is it.
Cool.
Having a heart attack.
So it's just going to be bind, kick him in the back of the leg, to his knees, and then bind him.
Okay.
I have so many regrets.
So you're prone, you lose kind of control of your shoulders and your arms. You go down to the ground in this blackness, these creatures standing above you.
Cool. After that, with knowing that he's obviously disarmed and kind of prone, he's just gonna crouch over him, kind of just grab hold of his head and just be like trying to talk to him. And trying to just shout at him, basically. Yeah,
Exactly that.
yeah, just trying.
You know that scene where Frodo has the ring?
Yeah, like that. Like that.
Pretty much.
Get away from me! Get away!
So yeah, go ahead. Give me your best charisma roll
Okay.
against.
Again, he's going to do it with with Celeste's help. So he's going to be constantly doing that.
Okay, he's just writhing on the floor near this meat.
17.
So that's 19.
19. If you can give me your whatever I said previously, your
Perception.
perception.
It's a 14.
14. What did you say?
19.
What words are you
What was
saying?
I saying? Claero, you're having one of your visions. You need to wake up now. You need to come back to us so we can escape this place.
Okay. You can hear Nolus's voice in this creature. You can't make out his words. You can hear almost his accent and his sound. Just for the first time, you sense him, but you can't hear what he's saying.
Get away from me, fish demon!
Oh, that's nice, isn't it? That's lovely. Have I got this thing lit yet?
No.
Six rounds of light on land.
It's 10 rounds actually.
10 rounds. Oh, 10
Yeah,
rounds.
laugh. I'm going to get this thing lit.
Can I fight my bindings?
You can try and contest. Yeah, you can try and break free from them.
Strength?
Maybe.
Athletics. Yeah, athletics contested against your athletics. Really.
Athletics V.
What should be that? Because I'm still using guidance. 16, 19.
13. Yeah.
So you hold him there. You feel him trying to wriggle free out of it. Your speed's obviously 0 at the moment.
Obviously.
How are you getting on, Zolan?
Oh, I'm good, yeah. I'm having a bloody great time. I'm not having a great time. I'm rather stressed out at the moment, but I feel like I'm gathering. I'm nearly there. Now I just don't know where I've got to be. I know the exam's today, but where is it? But I'm enjoying these people. Let's go back.
So after a little while of, is there anything else particularly you're doing, Nolus, or just trying to keep him restrained?
Just trying to keep him restrained so he doesn't hurt himself or anyone else. I'm trying to wake him up.
Sure. So let's say you've got
I don't know any better.
your lantern lit now.
Right. I'm going to point the light directly in Claero's face
Okay.
and shout, Claero, follow the light. Come back to us.
Okay. So give me this time charisma with advantage.
Follow the light. That's my charisma. So that's 10 or 11. Jeez.
Okay. And again, if you can give me
Do
your
I get to it? You're
perception.
blessing me by any chance?
It's a 17.
17. Similar experience to previously. You can make out Malken's voice this time from the other creature, but again, it's just whispery, wisping.
Shining the light right in his face. Right in his face.
The creature, from its eyes and from its mouth, these bright blasts of yellowy white light.
It's horrifying. Lying down on the floor, and he's just got these bright faces.
A blue sword
Up in his
restrained with
grill.
this ethereal rope.
Okay.
This isn't getting us anywhere.
I don't know whether we have.
Are my hands free? So he's just
Yeah,
refraining.
you just
It's
can't.
around your torso, right? But
Yeah.
I'm kind of bent over you as well, restraining you.
Yeah, you're grappled in effect.
Dang.
Yeah, cool. So again, he's gonna click his right hand and scream, "Go back to where you came from!" And cast Toll the Dead at the one that's like right in front of him.
Okay.
It's an attack roll. Pulls 5. It's only an 8, so fizzles out electronically. Doesn't work.
Do I see any of that?
Okay. Does he see anything of that?
I guess he probably would. In the darkness, it fades away, correct? But in the real world, he would see the ethereal bell, but it doesn't ring.
If he's restrained and on the ground, what would it take for me to knock him out?
You would need to non-lethal him.
So I just have to repeatedly punch him in the face. If he's bound and restrained, I can't just like lamp him with a chair.
There is a
I mean,
chair.
you
Steel,
can,
steel chair him
but it will just be an attack with
off
it.
the top ropes.
As he's resisting. If he didn't resist, then I'd let you do it. But I suspect he'll be resisting.
You hold him.
There's only one thing left we can do.
You hold him.
Cast
You
drawing.
hold him.
Yeah, I'll let you.
Whoa.
So I'm going to restrain him
So he
while
can't.
Malcolm wails on him.
I'm just a non-lethal. Trying to knock him out.
Okay.
Consecutive non-lethal punches.
Yes, consecutive. Normal punches.
So make an attack roll.
Consecutive
He's
normal
actually
punches.
prone, so you've got advantage here.
Oh, for heaven's sake!
Advantage.
It's all good. It's all good.
Oh, that's better. 16 plus my strength,
And you're hitting him, aren't you? So it's plus your dex.
plus my dex, so that's
And
plus
plus your proficiency.
5.
AC 12, so anything over
21.
Yeah, it's a big hit.
It hits you. This creature comes down on you. This blast of energy into your face from its
Yeah.
freezing cold hand.
What are you going to
Damage.
smash him with?
Should I use the stick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm getting down quick. You're
yeah.
danger to himself.
So I'm double handing it. I'm not going to do.
Danger
a
to
big,
us.
I'm going to do a big swing as I'm going through
Two.
a sort of stunt kind of thing.
Okay.
Yeah. About here, just to try and knock him
Oh.
out.
Pop his jaw out.
Yeah.
You better hope this is done in one go.
1d6 plus 3. Oh, actually, no, it's a d8 actually with because it's two-handed. Where's my d8? I haven't got a d8.
Oh,
How big's this room, Jack?
So the actual room is 10 to 15 feet cube.
That's an
but
8
That's bad.
plus
8
whatever
damage.
you...
But you are
plus
yeah, obviously,
3. That's
where you are,
11.
it's infinite.
11 damage.
Yeah, bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, not enough, my friend.
So who goes first out of me and Josh now?
Would you like us to roll this?
So we've been going around in this fashion. So it would be you next, Nolus.
Not enough to knock him out.
We didn't roll order, but we're
Lovely.
doing it in such a way that you are next, Nolus.
Cool. Everything I've got's piercing damage. So unless I stab him in the chest, pretty much not really much else I can do.
Can you lamp him with your shield? Lamp him with the flat of your shield.
Yeah, it's not going to be good enough, is it?
Or hit him with a lamp. Lamp him with a lamp.
You electrify him slightly.
Slightly electrify someone. Can you do non-lethal? You can do non-lethal damage with any weapon, right? But I'm just struggling to see how you can do non-lethal damage with a rapier.
Well, you just
It's going
slice
to
it.
pierce him a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
write N on his chest.
Yeah.
It's just where you cut, I guess, isn't it?
Yeah.
You cut somewhere
pierce him through the heart.
that drains enough blood
He'll pass
that will pass out.
Okay.
Oh, this is going to end well.
I'm going to spear him with a rapier.
There's like 3 weeks of recovery.
Where are you doing this?
Lethal rapier.
It's going to be right under the arm. It's going to be like trying to pin him, so it might even be through the thigh. Shish kebab style.
Okay.
Nick and artery.
Trying to knock him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's going to bleed out. It's going to be fine. We do this all the time. This is child's play. That is 15.
Yeah, it hits.
Which is
I feel so sorry for you.
We've got to work on our technique for knocking people unconscious.
8
You know?
damage.
We really have.
That does it.
Enough to go down. You feel this great crack across your face from one of the creatures. The second creature, you see its
Really
arm
have got to
sharpen
work out on a
dig
technique for knocking
deep
people
into your
unconscious
thigh
without
and
killing
leg.
what?
This is the end as far as you're concerned.
Yeah.
Everything goes black. You feel the shooting pain up inside your body, and then this draining, and everything goes still and black. You all detect that he's losing it. You see the blood coming out of his leg.
I'm going to stick my
at the
finger in.
moment.
If you certainly wasn't
Solidly.
psychotically
Yeah.
damaged already, you certainly are now.
Any
This is
sign of the door
PTSD type
reappearing?
shit, this is.
Any sign of the door reappearing?
You look around to the other side of the room. The door is there.
Ooh, yes.
So with
Let's get him
Nolus,
out of here.
with his finger in the wound, is going to plug it with something more useful and use a. Well, he's actually unconscious, isn't it? So I don't need to use a rubber. I don't actually need to spare the dying or anything because he's not dying. So I'm just going to bandage the wound so he's not bleeding out.
Okay. So that's easy enough. Yeah, you can. With some of you have bandages, I guess. As part of
Yeah,
your
yeah,
kit.
I've got a healing kit.
Yeah, you can bandage up his leg. Obviously, you are unconscious at the moment. Claero.
I'm going to haul him over one shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Like, say the Malken's like, there is still something strange going on. We are still
Yeah, let's
seeing
get out
visions.
of here.
Yeah, I'm going to haul Claire up over her shoulder and then walk out of this
Sure.
room.
So you return. You leave. The three of you leave this room.
Oh yeah.
You are
Keep
greeted
that.
once again by the town of Fossbrock. You see Zolan there in front of you on the floor preparing for his exam. You see the lady putting up the ribbons around the town. You see the other lady working her stall. You see Pug drinking at the pool.
I think we need to get out of the boundaries of this town. Get beyond the gate.
We might not even be able to leave.
Well,
Nolus is going to rummage through Claire's things and find. Well, it was actually your things, right? You're the one who has the journal entry.
You picked it up, yeah.
yes, I do.
So
Yeah.
do you have it? Because you have a physical copy somewhere?
Yeah, sorry.
The master copy.
You need to help me understand this.
Right.
This will show us what we do now.
Okay.
This is the key, no?
Malken and you start to read. You're obviously, to what extent you notice Claero over the shoulder of Nolus is unclear. What you notice, though, Nolus, is a halfling girl appear from the waterfall, which is flowing up into the sky, walk straight through it, obviously soaking wet as she walks through it,
Almost out of it.
just emerging from it as if she's come from something behind it.
Is this a,
It walks.
a waterfall or a
They
fountain?
took all of
It's a
the
waterfall,
waterfall.
that's hanging-
apart
yeah,
from
coming down over a part of the
Bisman's
rock.
hidden behind the waterfall.
The waterfall, I know this.
What's
There is a
worse, they
waterfall.
took all of our wall workers as well. Humans are the worst of the worst. What will happen to Fossbrook now? Something behind the waterfall.
We can go and look there. We must understand what this man is doing.
This man?
Zolan, what are you doing?
The exam, Nolus.
Should we slap him?
Don't know where it is.
I think we should slap him as
Zolan,
well.
you are a logical man, no?
I am.
You understand more about these things than I do. But remember that we met each other.
Yes.
We met each other long after you were to take any exam. So how can there be an exam now?
I don't know, but there's an exam. I don't know. I don't know.
Listen,
I don't know.
Okay, forget about the exam for the moment. I know it's. I know it's
can't-
important to you.
A young gnome cannot forget about the exam, Malcolm. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity,
I don't want
Malcolm.
to break it to you, but you are not a young gnome. Not even by gnome standards, you are not a young gnome.
The exam, Malcolm.
The exam will have to wait.
Do you remember Weirdwit? You went
Yeah.
there as an old man, no? So why would you do the exam now?
I don't know. Oh.
We are in some kind of spellbind. We do not know where this place is.
I don't know if I just trust you a lot.
I've seen it. Claero saw it, which is why he is unconscious now. He saw a bit too much.
While
and we had
you
to-
two are talking, I'm going to head over towards the gate, the gateway.
So as you start to
Yeah.
walk in that direction, you notice that the halfling, that you also notice this wet halfling that seems to have come from the waterfall, and she's walking over to the stand where you were talking with, that you were trying to pull down earlier.
Need some materials.
It's Melly.
Oh, damn.
Melly. Oh, which one's Melly and which one's Mallory? Melly's Jingo's sister.
Mm.
Cool, yeah.
Oh,
Snap.
So they are here.
How far away from me is she?
You can get over to her in 20, 30 feet.
I'll go
Just the
over
other
to
side.
her.
One of the
Careful, none
channels.
of these people are sane. Neither are we. We
Yeah,
do
but
not
at
know
least-
that anything we are seeing is real. This might not even be her. It might be another one of these visions, no?
Well, there's only one way to find out.
We will not find out with this trickery.
I'll go up to her and try and speak to her, but I'm watching the gateway,
Okay.
watching the entrance.
So you go up to her, she's there, and she's talking with this other halfling, this crazy one that's shaking a little bit behind the stand. Oh, excuse me, you've got a customer. And Melly just steps aside and lets you in.
No, it's you I want to talk to. Melly, do you recognise me? Do you know me? Malken.
Malken,
I'm Malken.
from Weirdwood.
Yes.
What are you doing here?
It's a long story. Can you come over here a minute? Can you come over with us?
Okay, yeah.
Right. I'll head back over to where Nolus and
She's
guys are.
drenched, dripping, soaking wet. Obviously, is Claire on the floor or is he still over your shoulder at the
Still over
moment?
my shoulder.
Okay. Hello.
What is behind the waterfall, Millie? What is behind the waterfall?
Is the exams taking place there?
You're all from Weirdwood.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, in a manner of speaking, yes.
What are you doing here? How did you get here?
Have you had a drink? She just
No.
walks. She just walks over towards.
No,
the
no,
sparkly pool.
don't have a drink.
She's kind of walking in that direction.
No, I'm going to go over and grab her
Okay.
and stop her from going in.
Oh, I'm very thirsty.
Yeah, in a minute.
It's Baal all over again. Just saying.
It's ball all over again.
We'll have to fight to the death now.
No, I'm gonna
Watch.
guide her back over to where we are.
Okay.
There's something really, really weird going on here.
What do you mean?
Well, look around you. Everybody is crazy. And any minute now, you're going to all be attacked. So
You're the one who sounds crazy.
Be attacked by what? Where are you getting that from?
from the and I'll do later. Doesn't matter. Just look. Don't you see what's going on here? Something's wrong here.
Yeah, the festival's in
Oh.
an hour.
Zolan,
Party, yeah.
if you want to pass a test, you should come with us and we will show you.
Do you know where the examination?
No, but together we might find it.
Oh, great idea.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come with us. There is a gap behind the waterfall. If there was going to be some gnomish test, perhaps a hidden location would be
That might be right.
the way to go.
We do not to hide.
Come with us. We will rouse our friend as soon as we know that he is not a danger to himself.
Claero, we're talking about
Yes,
here.
I think the stress is getting to him.
Okay. Okay.
So what are you doing? Sorry,
I'm going to start going with Claero and now Zolan behind the waterfall. Malcolm will need your help. These crazy people will not
Good
help us.
Okay.
Cadbury's.
All right.
Here, finger.
I'm still looking
sedating.
looking over my shoulder at the gateway into the town. But yeah, okay, I'll follow.
So you're all kind of heading over there.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna get a drink.
Help yourself. Let's
Yeah,
play
go
our-
on.
Okay. And you let her go, and she walks over, and she's gonna with Pug. He kind of gives her a ladle full as well.
Mm.
Is that water appealing to us at all?
It's looks really nice.
Just looks.
You don't want to drink. You don't have a
Yeah.
compulsion to drink from it.
I wasn't going to anyway, I was just wondering.
I think it's a good idea
Yeah.
if we do not.
I mean, you're welcome to.
I'm alright, thank you very much. No, I'll have to do it. I need to find the
Give it a
exam.
shot.
The examination
Yeah.
office. Or
Sometimes you just got to drink the Kool-Aid. You know?
So you're heading over to the waterfall.
Mm.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll be with an honest now.
Yeah.
Okay. You ready for your exam?
No, but
We're gonna find
it's
out.
time now.
So you head over towards this waterfall. Even as you get close to us, this amazing experience of it flowing up. It's unclear where it finishes. You can't see a crest or whatever. It just just flows up from the river in these stone channels that are running kind of through the grounds.
Do you think I've seen this anywhere before, or like nothing in specific? But is this extremely unusual on Asher? Waterfalls reversing. This is.
So it's as peculiar as if you were to see it here.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Very peculiar place.
And then he can't fight it, and then he.
But it said
drinks
about
the
this
potion.
waterfall, no?
Yes, the waterfall's mentioned here.
Well, let us scratch that off then. I do not understand this.
Can I have a read? I played a lot of Divinity. I'm all about reading books and solving mysteries. We'll have a look.
Zolan, the key to solving the exam and getting us out of here is in that note. You should pay very close attention to it.
Part 1.
Pull on the spectacles.
Written test.
Written test.
If you can figure out how to get us out, you passed, I think. I think that's the way to go. I'm an idiot, I don't know, but it's in there somewhere.
Very unusual gnomish exam.
Yes.
This is the resplendent and splendacious Academy of Salvation.
But
Prestigious throughout the land.
But they wouldn't be
very
expecting
peculiar.
something like this, no? You test your abilities.
I don't know, it's a mystery every year.
So you're pushing through the waterfall together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trying hard not to drink anything.
The diary just gets soaking wet. As you
Make sure it doesn't get too
Don't
wet.
don't let that get wet.
Put it under the bed. Ooh, try and.
Is Claero kicking at all?
No.
No,
at the
he's just
moment.
completely out.
You can sense he's alive,
Cool.
but
He's not waking up
he's
anytime soon.
unconscious at the moment.
He's not bleeding any further, is he?
The water's cold, and as you push through, it doesn't seem particularly more difficult to push through than.
I'm quite reluctant to go to not be within sight of the gate, the town gate, but I'm coming with you.
You have pushed through and are greeted by this cave of sorts
Mhm.
behind it. It's
Looks like a cave of sorts.
pitch black. It smells damp, wet, humid in there. You don't have the fresh air as it's being blocked from this waterfall outside. And this loud noise of this waterfall right next to you as well. But you push through. There's a bit of a slope down a little way. There's lichen or moss or green algae-like substance that's around the walls.
Nolus is going to cast light on his shield.
Okay. Lighting it in blue.
Mm-hmm.
So you
Usual kind of.
the shield lights up and the light bounces now into the corners of this cave. It's quite smooth, rounded.
How far deep and down does it go?
You can
we
see
tell?
about 15 feet, and then there's a turning just to the right hand side.
We'll venture on in.
Onwards?
Zolan tiptoeing behind us
Onwards, yeah.
with his new.
Spectacles and books and read.
As you get to the bottom, you look around the corner. It's quite narrow, and it opens up into this wide hollow within the cave. There's a little bit of natural light which is coming from the ceiling, and you can hear dripping as well. So there's a dripping sound. You look in there, and you're greeted by about 15 people.
Whoa.
You notice a large Brock, one of these creatures, these creatures that you touched and got that magical sensation from.
Have I seen a Brock? Do I know what a Brock is?
That was the creature that was lying dead on the road that Claero touched.
Were you guys seeing
That
that
had
song?
a calming kind of
Was
influence.
that same thing? Okay, that's a Brock. Cool.
You also see a small halfling man, deep set eyes, pointed ears, curly but short, brushed back hair, and damp, long black robes.
A wizard?
He's surrounded by familiar faces to you. You can see 8 children that you recognise from Weirdwit. You can see Aaron Nordell, who you met in Weirdwit also. You can also make out 2 halflings whom you recognise from Callus, Mallory and Malil, which were the tomboy-like orange-haired girl that you spoke to in the windows of the kitchen, and then was with Claero As you return to the river, and her sister you saved from the water, that
The
is
one that we saved.
Malil, who is there also.
Oh.
They're all cuddled right into this creature, like all there together, with the exception of Aaron, who's pacing around the room and looks suddenly at you.
Well, this is a turn up for the books.
So there's one in a black robe that we don't recognise.
That's the one you don't recognise. He's
Everybody
kind of
else
on
we
the top of this creature.
On the top
All
of
the
the
children are kind of gathered around near its base.
You
with
say on
Aaron
the top, he's riding
sat on
it.
it. He's sat on it. The creature's lying down, looks quite comfortable. This large white-furred beast with this big face, bovine-like in its proportioning, but covered in fur. And obviously,
So then-
Claero over your shoulder.
What
Zolan's
does-
reading.
Yeah. What does it say about the owner of this creature? Anything? So Aaron's seeing us, right? So you can hear us whispering.
He's looking right at you. Friends.
Hiya.
Oh, this is
what-
unexpected.
What's going on, Aaron?
I'd lost hope. I thought you weren't going to arrive.
Well, here we are. What's happening here?
He walks over to Claero on your shoulder. Is he dead?
No. Merely unconscious. You'll be awake soon, I'm sure. In fact, Malcolm, why don't you try and rouse him?
Okay. Lay him down on the ground then, and I'll.
Aaron, what's
Is there any water in it? No, not water.
Aaron, what's happening here?
Some of the children kind of wave to you as well as you're looking at them.
Sort of patting Claero on about the face, just sort of wakey, come on.
Mallory, the elder tomboy, like halfling,
You
runs
sure
up
it's
to
a
you as
good
well.
idea to wake him up? While he was unconscious before.
She wants to use it. She
Trying to
wants to
kill
use
us.
Zolan.
It might be a worse idea to keep him asleep.
Receptionist?
Okay.
You told me to come to Weirdwood, and
Oh!
I met these guys, and we went back to Fostbrock, but they're all mad.
You are not mad?
Are you mad?
Little column A,
sit
little
with this
column B.
creature,
Sit with the creature.
with the Brock.
Okay. Well, this
Okay.
makes them better.
He kind of pulls you all over
Oh, dear.
towards it. Sit with it.
I think it's fine.
Aaron
It's
reaches
fine,
across.
yeah.
Okay.
Did you survive, Baal?
I'll pull.
We did.
I'll sort of drag Claero over and prop him up against the creature.
Sure. Yeah.
And they all died in a cave.
And
Then
you
we were
guys.
eaten by children.
Come.
So Aaron doesn't seem deranged.
Make an insight roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna make an inside. Oh, damn right, I'm gonna make an inside roll.
I'm still sort of Claero, patting his cheek and
12.
slightly harder now.
12.
Yeah.
Nothing that stands out. Like
Good enough
like with
for
some
me.
of the others.
Yeah.
Have I got
I'll
any
walk
small
over.
swords?
I think, yeah, there's nothing.
Yeah. Cool. I'll walk over and nuzzle the Brock.
Yeah.
Okay. As you touch it, you get this extremely calming effect. So deeper than what you'd had from the previous creatures.
Okay.
This, you feel so relaxed, like you just sleep or just relax. You're just considering some of the crazy madness that's hit you recently. It's the most soothing experience. So comfortable.
Seeing
you
the
feel
look
so
on his
content.
face, I'm going to reach out and touch the creature as well.
You experience the same thing. It's the most relaxing experience. It is so warming,
I'm
welcoming,
now very
comforting.
gently patting Claero's face. Just
You notice all the children are nuzzled right into it. You notice everyone here is touching this
I
creature.
love your face.
I don't know if this is helping, but it certainly feels good.
Is he okay?
He's unconscious. He went mad. Another one of his visions. We have to make him not mad.
Mallory kind of pipes up. Good. She walks over to him and she's got a little vial that she's going to try and put to his mouth.
Reveal to me your secrets, woman. What is in this vial?
It's just... It'll make him better, trust me.
I do not trust you. I do not know who you are. Do not put your liquid
Nolus.
in my tribeman's
Nolus,
mouth.
she's okay.
I do not trust you. But if this ends ill,
No, you do it.
I'm going to take the vial. I'm just
Okay.
going to taste a little bit and see what it is.
Sure. So you take a little drink from it. It seems like it might have very, very weak healing properties.
He's going to pour some of it in the Claero's mouth.
Yeah. Okay. So you kind of just kind of sits there in his mouth.
He's going to like chew it with his jaws.
Sure. And he kind of chokes it down. Some of it's kind of splurting out from the sides.
Pour it at height. Like.
It's an extremely weak healing potion of sorts. You recover a hit point, Claero.
Woo!
Da,
And
da,
you,
da,
feel,
da, da.
you choke your way back
Yeah.
into the room.
I mistrusted you unlawfully, Mallory. I'm sorry. I don't remember Mallory? Mallory?
Mallory. Yeah.
Mallory.
So,
There's a lot of names to remember, and my tribe do not often use names.
What's going on?
Claero, you went mad.
you're greeted
I've
by
always
the
been
faces.
mad.
You're
You
greeted
went
by
slightly more
Aaron.
mad.
You're greeted by Aaron. You're greeted
Everyone.
by Melly, Mallory, the children, the Brock, this other person that you've not seen before.
Another
And-
horrifying dream. What's going on?
Everything except the last week didn't happen. Don't worry.
That's a strange thing to say.
Touch this creature, and you'll feel slightly better about life.
Can't say I wholly trust you. Can't say I wholly trust you. Zolan, you're here.
How are you doing, Claero? Have I
thought
been
to keep
soothed?
this son of a bitch
No,
alive.
I haven't
I
touched
think next time
the
I'm
rock
going to
though.
give in
But
to
I
my
feel like the
feelings
vicinity.
and
Now I've
die.
still got my same properties, am I?
Yeah.
Zolan, what's going on?
The exam, Claero! The bloody exam! They lied to me!
Who lied to you?
Nolus did!
thought
He told me it was behind the waterfall.
Why
I
would
said
he,
it could be behind the waterfall, I didn't know.
Why would he say such a thing?
I don't know.
Where the hell am I?
Not in the exam hall,
Having touched the
evidently.
creature, have we forgotten our manias?
You don't feel the same compulsions that you had.
Sweet. Yeah, we are in some place of madness.
I'm just gonna
and
grab-
You both have succumbed to madness.
I'm going.
Probably because of your weakness.
I'm not mad, you're mad.
I feel okay. Although I do feel like my leg has been stabbed. What the hell?
Yeah. You can thank me later for saving your life.
It really freaking hurts.
It's going to hurt for a while. It went straight through.
I feel terrible. It's like the worst hangover I've ever had.
I can make you feel better.
I feel like if I was a character in an RPG, I'd have like 1 hit point. Horrible.
That's awful.
What happened to you, Claero?
What happened to me?
What happened to you? And you? What happened to you all?
You have to remind me. My memory is vague.
We went into a small building. The door disappeared. We
Yes.
were trapped,
Yes.
and then
You tried to kill us.
you went completely doolally. You tried to kill us.
That's
You were-
not true.
You were raving
No?
and shouting and firing magic at us.
I was attacked by creatures in the dark. Ethereal beings
Yeah,
that wanted me dead.
I think you thought we were whatever it was that you were seeing.
I don't know. I just saw that you went crazy. And I subdued you to stop you from injuring
The
yourself.
way you were talking, it sounded like you saw us as something else.
I saw Void.
What did you see?
He's a great darkness.
You saw Void?
Yes, in the darkness. He said I was evil, which is probably kind of true, considering recent events. I also saw another creature in the dark with red, flaming eyes. And I remembered words from Badua to be aware of the...
He's the red eyes.
Heed the red eyes. But what did he mean by that?
Badua was a cryptic fella.
He's also a full-armed madman, but I'm just going to put that out there.
So just
I don't
to,
know.
help the situation, there's 2 creatures beyond the dark veil that neither can be trusted. And I see them in my head, so I'm really having great mental health times right now. Everything's great. So
Join this group of children and hug this creature.
I guess he's nestled in next to it, so he'll just put out his hands and feels better about things.
As you touch the creature, the last time you touched it, obviously, as you go into it warily, you recall what happened last time, This time you do not experience that. You experience the same sensation these do. For the first time for quite some time, you feel this incredible relaxation.
Has Zolan touched the creature yet? I grab hold of Zolan and put his hand on the creature.
I'll try and resist, but I imagine he just picks me up.
You can attempt to resist.
Take on the might of young Zolan.
It's very slippy.
Is this strength?
Yours is athletics, and yours is
Athletics.
acrobatics or
Ooh.
athletics.
I'm pretty.
20 then.
I'm pretty nifty. Hooyah! Yeah, it's not gonna.
Okay, you
It's like a-
successfully
like a
grab him off of
13.
his feet
Yank
and
him
press
out.
him against the
Put his
creature.
hand on the creature.
The creature just kind of turns a little bit, this big
Fed up.
face, these
Fed up
big
with hearing
eyes,
about
this
this
fur looking over it, and just makes a little kind of snort, but turns its head back around. You feel relieved of your compulsions. You feel this relaxation and this deep, deep sense
Holding his
of
wrist against the
happiness.
creature.
And
Well done, Zolan. You passed the exam.
Hey!
What a nightmare!
Yay!
Zolan,
Hey.
it does feel squishy.
Did you
Lovely.
find Garrus?
Yes,
Yes.
and also Jingo, who did not come back with us.
Where
They
are
trapped-
they?
They are trapped on top of the bluff, held captive by the creatures there.
You were not able to free them.
Not yet. No.
We will go back and save them eventually, but right now, as you can see from what is happening here, we have other problems.
Nolus and Malken deemed it a low priority.
No, that's not entirely true. We are alive because we made a decision, and people who survive make difficult decisions. This world is dying. We need to make difficult decisions to stay alive. Otherwise, we are all going to die.
Let me broach the news to Melly. I don't know how she'll take it.
We're going back for them.
Yes, we are.
We're going back for them.
We
No, not
are
dead.
going to
No,
go back
just-
for them.
Chained.
And what did they want?
Occupied. A beautiful lady.
We are not taking a lady. We are not woman salesmen. That is not what we are.
If we find another chastity, Claero, we will climb the mountain.
We're going
I
to go
hope
back
so.
for them. We are going to go back for
The
them.
world around us is dying, and you crawl
Yes.
over these two.
No, I'm with you. Priorities. We will go back for them, but we have other more important things to deal with right now.
Garrus is strong.
She is strong.
They're both strong. I mean,
Well, maybe
Jingo.
not Jingo so
well,
much.
no, not so much maybe.
But finally, there is something that I agree with.
Although he apparently had quite a standoff against a bear.
Yeah. It was a
Didn't do too well, but
sight.
But they are both alive, and they're being held for as long as need be. They're safe as anybody is at the moment.
Malil wanted to give you this. What's your name? We never got a chance.
Well, most people call me Claero in Brogram, known as Bert. You might have heard of me.
Claero. She goes over to Malil, her younger sister. Looks very, very similar. Petite. This reddy orange hair.
Eerily.
Delicate face. Much younger, a girl, really. And come on. She grabs her hand, takes her. It's the same girl that you rescued from the river back in Canis.
Whoa,
And
blast from the past.
she kind of goes red. She's
How long ago
embarrassed
was that now?
in her cheeks.
God.
Claero's red in the face because he's almost dead.
Yeah, bleeding, covered in blood. Yeah. And black eye from the headbutt.
Talking about that, is my Gore Elizabeth kicking about? Gore Lizzie.
Oh yeah.
Gore Lizzie.
Small Elizabeth.
Gore Lizzie.
Small
Small
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth. Gore Lizzie's got a trick for you. She's got a trick for you. Well, this could carry on. I'll do this one.
Sure.
Yeah.
And she kind of grabs her hand across and she goes over. She's got the sweetest, most delicate voice that I won't do justice to. She says, "Thank you." And she produces a flower that she's made from other flowers. So almost like a form of flower arranging, but it's small. It's only a few inches across, but she's reformed the flower from other flowers, and it's just a little ornamental piece that she hands over to you. Thank you for saving me.
You're very welcome. It's
And Mallory just gives you a hug, the older one. Thank you. She's obviously much smaller. She's only up to your stomach.
He's still lying on the floor, so it's really awkward.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It's cool. It's the best we could do. We made a real mess of Callus, to be honest. Yeah.
We escaped when the people came from Baal.
Top of the bluff.
Yeah, the horrible mountain men. We met them, and
What did they want?
strangely enough, it's kind of a long story. In short, the betrayers of Weirdwit worked with them. They needed the distraction to attack Weirdwit. From what I can tell, they worked with the mountain men. The mountain men wanted to steal a woman from Callus, which they successfully did. We could
I
not
don't think she
save
was
her.
from Callus. She was the most beautiful woman in Asher. I believe she was from elsewhere. They scoured the land to find her.
Broga has to be.
Either way,
sister.
it's a strange story and a series of very loosely connected events. Look, listen, I don't feel great at the moment. I'm not the person to be telling you this.
Outside, Did you feel anything?
Yeah, there's something weird going on in the town.
Outside here?
Yeah.
Yes, there's strange compulsions. Things that would affect our way of being.
So the man that's just been sat on the rock above you, just listening the whole time, this halfling man that sits there with the short curly hair that he's tried to straighten, in the black robes, just opens his mouth for the first time. I know what's the matter.
All of the Brocks are gone.
Reveal to us your secret.
We'll take a quick break.
It's all Brocks. Howdy.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody.
Thank you.
I normally say it's going to be a 5-minute break, but I've learned that we're slightly longer than that. Today, we're going to make it a 7-minute break.
7 minutes?
We're going to keep to it. We're going to keep to it. So, we will be back with you in 7 minutes' time.
7 minutes.
Until then, please enjoy some artwork from our wonderful fans.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you. Back in 7. Hello, everybody. We're back in the room.
there.
Thank you very
Back in
much.
the room.
Thank you again to all our fans for that beautiful artwork,
Yes.
which we're always amazed
And once
by,
again,
and
thank you.
lives on the wall behind Zolan.
If somebody was to
and
do artwork, how would they get it to you, Jack?
Yeah, good
DM?
Well, that's a very good point, Zolan. Thank you for asking. We're available on Twitter. Our handle appears on the little scroller at the bottom,
At Die Rolling
@DieRollingUK on the screen right now. Please come and say hello and give us a follow and drop some artwork.
That'd be good.
That would be good.
Just
Thank you.
shout some names in the chat. Thanks for joining us, Lord Kurgan. You've joined us for the last
Lord
few
Kurgan.
years.
Thank you very much.
Nice to have
Chaotic Awesome as always.
I have something to say.
If we knew how to say
burn out.
thank you for watching us
Fade away.
in German, we would. Anna, as always, thank you for joining us.
Hello, Anna. Thank you very much. Good to see you.
Wonderful Animancer. And if anyone else is in the chat and wants me to just say their name in a quiet ASMR way, just chat to us.
ASMR.
Thank you very much, Claero.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Very
Let's continue where we left off, which I believe sounded a little bit like this.
kind of cavey.
Captain.
So,
Claero rolls over enough times so you can see this guy who's on the top of the brock.
Maybe it occurs to me. Maybe we're looking at this all wrong. The barbarians were willing to sack whole towns just to look for the perfect woman. The destruction of Weirdwit. All of these things. There has to be. They're not just random events.
So I've been saying this the whole time. This was due to these two, the Dragoon and the other guy. They
Benji and Darak.
they engineered the whole thing.
Should our focus be on trying to find them?
Apparently, they're going towards Dathkar Crag. That's what the
Which is where we are heading.
mountain men told us.
you think Benji has done all of this?
Benji has. We've known Benji has done all of this.
I mean, the mountain men said pretty much as such that that's what took place.
We was at Weirdwit while Darak and Benji. Hey, Badua! Benji. Sorry, dude. Boom! Dead. Benji.
That's exactly how I remember it.
He
Yeah.
tried to kill us all, but you think he was responsible for Baal attacking Weirdwit? Attacking Callus?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There seems to be a link there.
There's got to be more to it than just.
In fact, there is
wanting
definitely a
a
link there.
woman
They told
out
us.
of it, though.
Where is this man? We need to... He's
Gasper.
got Garrus, probably.
Casper would not divulge any information. We tried to get this information out of him before we went on our quest, and yeah, he would not say a single thing. I think loyalty is something valued quite highly. in
Away
Baal.
from the children a moment, and Aaron just pulls... Just gets up and tries to kind of motion you away from the area. If you follow it.
Yeah.
Claero will stand now. Yeah, he won't just roll and that.
You almost get this slight withdrawal as you come away from this creature. It's a shame to be losing this comfort and this experience that you had. You just want to get straight back over to it. But he pulls you away to a side of the cave. Again, the water's kind of dripping down. There's a little pool in the cave as well. The water's just dripping, and you can hear it. And other than that, cold and damp. Listen, Benji... Goric thought it was Benji that poisoned him with the bug.
Okay.
He said to me before, and when asked why, he said to me that before that happened, Badua explained something to him. You see, Goric had completed the inculcation. He was the first person that Badua could trust with his great secret. I was on the way, as was Elizabeth. Maybe you, given time. Benji, he was never going to complete the inculcation. He did not show leadership or virtue or sage. He
I'll
was...
look around to our party. Carry on.
He wanted everything now. And when he realized he wasn't going to learn this great secret, he became jealous. Jealous of Gorik and Dua's relationship to him. Fed up with all of the riddles and the secrets of Vidua. Benji was a nasty man. A crook. Whether he was capable of doing all of this...
Why was he brought in the first place then?
We took in anybody who needed our help.
Fair enough.
Vidua would look after anybody that needed a purpose and a place and showed some promise. Benji was... He had street smarts, if nothing else. He was cunning.
Okay, so he was a bit of a dark one, but do you really think that he could have caused all of this just out of spite?
Not out of spite. Gorik and Elizabeth and Vidua and I were talking after the Oikabug. Gorik suspected Benji had overheard, had listened in to what Vidua had to tell him. I don't know what that was, but perhaps if the secret was big enough, as we were led to believe, maybe it was enough to kill for.
What do you know of Derek?
Derek,
Was
he was strong, he seemed honest, he seemed straight to the point. He was missing... He was longing for kinship. That was my read on him.
Easily led, perhaps.
Perhaps.
What about the other members of Derek's party? I can't remember. Did we fight outside? Did we fight Benji? Did one of us fight Benji in our inculcation? He wasn't there. No. Cool. But what about the other two? I can't remember their names.
Layla, Weir.
Yeah. What are the other two?
Layla and Weir and Derek, they'd not been with us long. They were there for not even a 10-day. They were just before you, really.
Did they come together, or did they?
They came together.
They did come together.
They'd met on their journey around Callus, or before then, I don't know.
Okay.
But
That's like us.
Has anyone seen Layla since? It seems to
Yeah.
be the last time.
I lost Layla. The last time I saw her, she was outside with Weir, the tunnel to Weirdwood.
The night of the attack.
Yes.
Yeah. So we've seen them as well there. We don't know if they're involved with this. Derek and Benji are certainly involved in the destruction of Weirdwit, but we can assume Layla and Weir are, but we don't
Which
know.
one is Weir? I do not remember the name.
Who fought? Is that who Thorinir fought? Weir? Yes. I can't
Dark
remember.
skinned.
Yeah.
And he threw sand and throw in his eyes.
Yeah.
I remember now.
Who fought Layla? Or Leia, sorry.
Listen. He looks across to the halflings and the children that are there. This was some of their homes. The children were orphans, were lost, were alone. Their last homesteads were a attacked, they were runaways, they burnt down, and Weirdwood became their home. And then that's gone. The halflings were ousted from Fossbrock and taken to work at Callus. Now we come back to Fossbrock and the whole place is insane.
Do you know what? Oh, the assumption is that the water is the source of the madness.
Water.
This was also the case in Callus. There's something wrong with the river.
Yeah.
We can only assume that it flows from here. The problem is rooted here. Or perhaps upriver if Dathkar Crag is also connected.
Do you want to do a quick survival check to see if the rivers are linked?
To see if they...
If this water source is the same one that runs through Callus?
Sure.
So 23.
23. As you're kind of looking at the water and trying to weigh it up, trying to work that out for yourself. The halfling with the black robes, and the short curly brown hair that sat on the brock speaks up. It's not the same.
Okay. So it is different.
They're right.
But the water has an effect on people here. The water in Callus, that too had a strange effect.
Water flows from everywhere. Water has strange effects.
Yeah, but normally like this.
We did follow a spring in the ground or an underground river in Brogerbush.
Yeah.
And we knew that flowed from somewhere else, but we couldn't follow it. Friend, on the
Bismuth.
on the Brock, bless you. Do you know anything of these piles of meat in the town? These strange magical piles of meat. It's a very odd thing to see in a town.
Every year we have the festival. We defeat the bird,
We saw the bird.
and then the gods are appeased. This year we haven't been able to defeat the bird, and now the gods are angry.
What god do you speak of?
The gods, all of them.
Does sound like Celeste, to be fair.
Celeste and Ophidia and Void and Sesu.
Why are they angry with Little Fossbrock? They
Because
don't
we can't
have
defeat the bird.
they don't have tournaments in Callus every year to defeat a bird, or in Broger or Brogerbush. Why are the gods so fixated on this little town?
You seek to know the mind of a god,
All I know
It's
is
retro
every
still.
year we defeat the bird on a certain day in Goldspell, and this year we did not defeat the bird, and now everything has gone mad.
What day was this in Goldspell? What is the day?
probably
Yeah, that's it. Would it be
It's
by...
whatever the day is on there, I forget. My apologies.
45th of Goldspell.
What if we were to
45th?
defeat the bird
Oh, down
now?
here.
No, the bit where he fails to defeat the bird is... I don't know because I can't read, but it's on there.
Yeah.
If you were to defeat it, I believe everything would go back to the way it was, and these halflings could go back to their families. The lady on the
Finally.
market stall, she is
Right.
these two's mother.
Celeste has sun upon us and she is smiling.
Now we
have a task ahead
need
of us.
something we can actually do. Right.
I'm going to be honest, I don't feel so good. Like blood's like dripping.
Yeah,
You give him a little hit and all of a sudden he's struggling.
And the river. I think you're right. I have to hide under the waterfall with my Brock. This is the last Brock I hid it from Carlos. Soldiers when they came. He keeps me safe.
What happens if we leave? Will we succumb to the madness again? Do you know?
Where would you leave?
We need to go and kill this bird.
If we go back out into the town, beyond the waterfall, will we succumb to the madness again?
If you take some wool.
Take some wool. Ah.
The
Okay.
wool is what Fosbrock made. We made the wool. The wool from the brock.
Protects us from
Brock,
madness.
Brock, I get it.
And the brock go to...
That's why Callus have stole the Brocks.
For the wool.
It's literally for the wall to
Right.
make a town somewhere that was once to be uninhabitable, habitable.
And that
that's
is
the whole
why
reason.
the people came to investigate them. There was a problem with the wool.
And then this place has been sacrificed as there's no protection now from the Brock.
So you need the Brocks back.
I don't think that is possible now, but I have the last one.
Anything's possible.
There's more in Callus.
In Callus,
I believe they were poisoned.
we make the assumption they're in Callus. They have been poisoned, no?
All of them, or
We do not know.
yeah.
You notice one of you, whichever one's looking in the correct direction, will say you, Zolan. You notice the little girl when you say that just kind of cover her eyes, and just kind of hide her face almost.
You okay, little girl?
This is Malio, the younger.
Do you know something about the Brocks in Callus?
Yes. And you see Mallory just kind of nod.
It's alright, we're not gonna hurt you.
And Mallory takes her hand again. And even for a halfling, she's tiny, tiny, much smaller than you, Zolan.
It's about time.
And she
Quite a novelty.
takes her over.
Down someone, yeah.
I was the songbird.
The songbird. What's the songbird?
We were to sing to the brook to keep them happy. The happier they are, the better they'll will.
And Jingo worked with you?
Jingo was the shearer. He. The one day he just started being ill. Nettle and Shaney and me, I wanted to say something to somebody, but I was told not to.
By who?
By Nettle. Nettle said if we said something, there was a visit by the elves from Aqua. And if we said something, that we'd be in trouble.
It's not your fault, don't worry.
We do not know.
Yeah, we did not know yet.
And they died. And people broke into the song barn one night.
Oh yeah, we tried once.
And they did something to them. But they started to get ill before the people broke in.
In what way did they get ill, do you know?
They just died.
All of them?
And it's okay. It's okay. And Mallory takes her to the side. You sit with the Brock. Mallory goes back over. It was you lot that broke into the barn that night, wasn't it?
Looking for Jingo.
They think it was you. But I know it wasn't because they were sick before.
Okay.
You're smart, yes.
Okay, we've been blamed for worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thinking about it, this sounds pretty much on the same lines of this world destruction we are talking about.
Yeah.
They found this finger in a fruit.
Yeah, this was Jingo's poison.
Yeah.
And it was a finger of an orc, no?
That's right.
It's funny, we saw a stuffed orc missing a finger. Likely
You
it came
did?
from the same place.
Yeah.
And this again was under the order of Benji and Darak.
In the,
We're talking with the people of Baal. And
with the barbarians, they they had a male half-orc.
Or a full orc.
Benji.
Full orc,
Sorry.
and this was to all to frame Gore Elizabeth.
Benji did all of this.
It would
Yeah.
seem so.
And this is why Callus got involved at Weirdwit, because they were under the impression that Gore Elizabeth was the person that has murdered all of the Brock.
How did you find all this out?
Well, that'll be telling.
By making the right decisions, apparently.
Yeah.
Mostly the mountain men. They really spilled the beans.
Yeah.
We're no detectives.
Huh.
The younger girl just kind of looks ashamed, and Mallory again goes back to her, just kind of cradles her and takes care of her. The river. You asked where it goes. You're right. It goes to Deathcar Crack.
Okay.
Okay, one thing at a time. Let's get rid of this. Do this bird.
Where is its source? Comes down. It comes up from this mountain. So is it source Deathcar Crag, or is that where it ends?
You're going to Deathcar Crack?
That was
We will be going on to Deathcar Crag, yes.
Can I ask you something?
Whatever you want.
Soldiers talked of a mass exodus from Deathcar Crag when they were taking Fossbrook. They saw evil, they say. Would you... I can't leave here. Would you find my partners,
Called?
Conrack and Wenton?
Halflings?
Yes.
Dressed
Conrack.
like you, perhaps.
What? Yeah.
Conrack and Wenton.
Not necessarily. They're easy to find. They're important people there.
I
Might
have
not be
to,
now.
I have to be honest with you. It's not gone well when we've tried to fetch halflings for you previously, and you people of weird wit. Also, there is talk from the mountain men of a madness, a mask that cannot be taken off. I can't promise you that these people won't be slain by our hand as much rescued by us. This sounds like a dangerous place.
I think the whole world is dying.
I would agree with you.
I have a way out of here, but to do so you need to find my partners
A way out of this world?
of this of the halfling world. Of Conrack and Wenton. Conrack, he ran the bright pools in the centre of Dathkar. And Wenton, he ran the Adorium just next to it. We have a 3-part key to lockbox number 1 in the money pot. It's like a storing where you can store your things. Find them and tell them it's time to open it.
Are the keys? They're not like necklaces with a charm?
He takes one out.
Okay.
I will pay you a large price if you do so. A large price. And he passes a large gold
Money.
key over to whoever wants to take it.
I see no glory in this.
I'll take a key.
It's
Yeah,
it's
we're gonna-
quite big. It's it's bigger than it's peculiarly big for a key.
Yeah.
On it, as you look at it, it's engraved with a it's golden and it's engraved with a pot of gold on its head.
Is this on a string, like a lanyard? Can I put it over my neck?
Just a key
Is
by
it? Okay.
itself.
I'll pocket it for now
It's
then.
holding- it's a little bit kind of faded in some places.
Who are we
You see
talking to right now?
Bismuth.
Bismuth.
My friends call me Bismuth.
Bismuth.
Bismuth, if your partners have gone mad, is there a way for us to easily identify them from other halflings?
They'll have the keys.
We're gonna have to check a lot of bodies. Potentially.
They run. They're easy to find. They run the two of the most important buildings in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah. From
Places we find at the moment don't seem to be in their normal way of being. It's highly unlikely that when we get there that things will be as you last left them.
If we have to open this box without them, will it be dangerous? Is there anything that we can do to take this thing back to you?
The money pot is dangerous.
Okay.
with traps and.
I've not been there. I didn't set the account up, but
Yeah.
You can't remember the password?
you need
Password
all of
123?
the keys.
Just to reiterate what Claero said, the people of Baal did not seem to be weak-minded and weak-spirited people, but they were extremely fearful for evil presences and all sorts in Dathkar Crouch. There's a good chance that your friends will be lost and the mercy shown will be death. You have to be prepared for this.
Please, let's not say this around the children.
The children are seeing it.
Yeah,
They are growing up in a
We-
dying
yeah.
world. I think this is a mercy.
we're not going to promise that everything's going to be rosy at the end of this. We've done this before and
For
we
once,
haven't been able to keep our word.
I agree with Nolus. This is a reality.
Yeah.
We have these children, the halflings, their mothers are out there mad. If we don't make Fossbrook, if we do not appease the gods and kill this bird, then Dathkar Crag was the only backup. And if Dathkar Crag is gone as well, then there is no hope for us.
About your bird. You kill it every year, but it always comes back. It's dead, then alive, then dead, then alive. Is it the same bird? Where's the bird come from? What's with the bird?
I don't know.
And young girl, how often do you sing?
You
To
turn
the
it back
block.
down to the...
Yeah.
and go.
I want to know how often she has to tend to the Brock. How often? I think that this festival is not a festival for the bird. I feel like the festival is they want to keep the Brock cheery. We throw a festival, the whole town's happy, the Brock are happy, we're great for a year. I feel like this is what's going on. As they've all left, they're blaming this bird
I sang to it all the time.
all the
All
time.
day. And then I'd sleep, I'd eat, and then I'd sing to it again.
And this was necessary to keep the Brocks happy.
The
And
callous merchants demanded it.
They made
That-
better wool when they were happy. I've heard of creatures that die, birds that die and then raise again. There was a pub in Equa, the Phoenix. It was the story.
yeah.
That is it. I've never seen one myself. It may be one of these, but I think they're folklore and fairy tale.
Interesting.
Perhaps this is folklore, but at least we will die folk heroes.
It's at least something concrete that we can do.
What is
that
concrete?
might help. Something solid. Something we can.
Concrete means solid.
Concrete. Where is this bird? Oh, sorry. Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, they might have concrete. Concrete predates most of modern civilizations.
There we go.
Anyway,
Everyone that entered this town went mad. Mellie's out there now. She
Yeah.
wanted to see her mother. I couldn't stop her.
We saw her.
yeah.
Be careful. Take the wool.
Take the wool.
Could we have
Kill the bird.
scarves of wool? Something easy to wear?
Oh, I like the sound of a natty little scarf. Yeah.
If you...
Or a hat. You put a hat band around my hat.
Malcolm, now is not the time for fashion.
The building opposite, I was told. That's right. Across the square. Just next to the coal hole. Were the last of our stock, but to be honest, the merchants took most of it.
So we cannot just clip it from this creature. No, that's not a thing that you do. You can't
Yes,
just
you
shear it.
can.
Can we not do that?
You have tools.
There was one of us
Swords
who was
and-
good with his hands.
We've got swords and knives, doesn't matter really, does it? We can just...
I think
I
this
have a polished
requires,
silver knife.
Oh,
this
you'd like
requires
me...
a delicate cut.
Would you like me to get the loom out and start fashioning a crimbo jumper?
What is crimbo?
Well, that is a festival
That's
I will
the
teach you
festival
one day.
of the murdering bird.
Yeah.
Crimbo.
Crimbo, yeah.
Your facts don't seem to be
Shush.
concrete.
This means solid.
Yes.
Yeah, I can shear a Brock by all means. I want some really nice fluffy tail.
I will.
It's the Brock shearing minigame.
This is.
I will. I don't have the sound file ready. I will.
Do you need the Chocobo theme? Is that what you're after?
I will sing.
Oh. You don't need a sound for that, Jack. You just Just do it ad hoc.
Yeah, go on.
Give me some space, and the children just shuffle to the side. So who's doing it? You're doing it.
Yeah.
Who's trying to shear it? What tools do you have here?
Well, we've
Let's
got a
have a
plethora
look.
of sharp knives and things. I've got a dagger.
Yeah, I've got a hand axe still.
Nolus, while this is happening, is there anything you can do to tend my wounds?
Maybe. You haven't been very
What?
nice to me recently.
Because you're an utter dick.
Okay.
I've got a hand axe. I'm just going to check what's in a tinker tool.
Yeah.
Don't know if I'd have a small
Solid,
knife
beginning.
or anything like that. Can't imagine so, but we can have a little look-sees.
So as you start, it's a bit sudden.
I've got a healer's
Beautiful
kit.
song.
Everyone goes quiet.
Who's got a potion? We had a potion at one point.
That's a potion of getting bigger.
We had a potion before that. We got a potion of healing from.
Ooh, we did have a potion
for,
of healing, so
all the
we-
way back from Brogabush. I don't know
Yes.
who's got the potion of healing.
Probably Thorinir.
Who's currently up a tree?
Yeah, hunting for grapes.
To our knowledge.
Probably up a tree.
This beautiful voice just fills this cavern. All these children just sit calmly listening to it. You see Bismuth kind of hop down.
Siri.
Hey Siri, pop down. Shut up. You see, Bismuth pop down, and Malil just starts singing this angelic sound, which is echoing through this small cavern.
Got narrow-bladed scissors in my thieves
Marvellous.
kit. I'll be using those.
As she starts singing, you see this creature's eyes just kind of start to close a little bit, like when you're stroking a cat. You know, just that contented expression on its face.
Not just cats.
And you're starting to attempt to shear it to the best
Yeah.
of your ability. Okay, and Mallory comes to you. Not like that.
What?
Start-
Okay.
Go with the hair,
With the grave.
With the grey.
with the direction of the hair. Yeah, and hard, firmer. That's
Firmer?
tickling it. And she's there trying to coax you a little bit.
Just
Yeah.
cut
Can
us
you give
some
me
wool,
give
man.
me your best survival roll?
Oh,
Survival roll?
Lordy.
Oh,
See
don't
how
stab the thing.
You're able to
Please don't
shear
stab
it.
it.
Do I get double proficiency because I'm using a tool that I'm proficient with? Do I get proficiency at all?
Do you get double proficiency?
I've got proficient in thieves tools.
Sounds like a rich special.
And I do actually know I've got a thing called tool
you
expertise.
do,
I kept
yeah.
forgetting about it, so I wrote it above every ability check because I
I think
double
he gets advantage.
my proficiency if I'm using a tool I'm
That's
proficient
fine.
with.
As long as you're using it as long as you have the correct tool.
Because at the moment I am thieving wool off the back of a brock.
Are you
Proficient.
This
It's a
is
solid
sheer
16
genius.
with double
Oh, good.
proficiency, which I'll just take it
You're
as 2. So that's I'm gonna say it's a 20.
A
Double
20.
proficiency.
Yeah, not
Okay.
natural.
Plus
So
2,
with-
that should be plus 4.
I've doubled. Yeah, 16 plus 4. Don't you worry
So
about
with her help,
it. Nice though.
she's able to kind of guide you. So these are strange tools to be using. And she tries to guide you, and you're able, not perfectly, you know, it's a little
Yeah.
bit raggedy in
that's
places.
fine.
She keeps like slapping you on the wrist, like not like that.
That's why it's right.
Yeah.
Everyone's just sitting silently, just watching, because it's almost like a hypnotic. This song from her is beautiful, and you were just able to just shear away this roll from the front side of it, so that you've got this nice rolled up sort of blanket of untreated wool.
Lovely. Now, what do we do with this, Mallory?
Well, normally you treat it,
Treat it?
and then
Treat it? How do we treat it?
well.
Will it be enough as is to defend us from the madness?
We just take a clump of it each.
We could wear them as
Yeah,
bandanas.
I guess so. Normally I'd full it and I'd nap it. That was my job.
Yeah,
Was
but we're
Yeah.
kind of pushed for time at the moment.
Well,
we
not
use the
necessarily,
mirror callus.
one of us is barely conscious.
And then you
I'm feeling a little woozy.
weave it and turn it into wool, and you treat it and wash it, and then you'd send it to Dathkar to be dyed.
Does it need to be treated to work? This would be fine and
You will not need
just a raw.
to treat it to avoid the
Component?
madness.
Oh,
I
feel
lie on it.
We're not
Yeah.
making a fashion statement here.
I think the fact that Dathkar Crag is where the dying happens is just saying.
Yeah.
The mood that the creature is in when you shear it is the effect that is embellished upon the world. This is why we sing. And that's
Very
why
nice.
So we now have happy wool. Right.
that's why the elves came down and interrogated the Brock wool.
Bloody.
Because apparently there was unhappy wool that got back to Equa, which caused a problem. You were cooking for them.
That would
Well,
be,
yeah.
yeah, I was just thinking that's the delegation.
I don't remember this.
You were not there.
That
I
makes
heard
sense.
this. It sounded like a lot of fun.
Where were you?
I was up a tree. My favoured spot in all of Asher.
This makes sense.
Atop trees.
Claire's going to grab some of the wool
Mm-hmm.
and just stuff it down her shirt.
It's kind of all in our
Let's do this.
So you'd have to kind of cut it away because you got a little bit of the skin basically.
Yeah, I'm
as
not,
you
not
sheared it.
really
Bit of a
concerned about it looking
skin.
good as long as it protects us from the madness. That's all I'm concerned with.
Is it prickly like
It's
fiberglass?
very, very soft
Okay.
and fluffy. It's a little bit dirty, it's oily, but it's extremely soft.
Yeah.
And
I'm also just going to
relaxing.
start pulling a lot of leaves out from underneath.
I forgot you were covered in
You
that.
should have asked earlier.
Don't worry, it was a thing. It's no longer a thing, I don't think, but I am awfully itchy.
I had a thing for shins.
Shins?
As in somebody else's shins?
Before or after the magic?
When I arrived at Fossbrock,
Oh, okay. You still had a thing for shins.
I kicked a woman
Yeah?
in the shin.
In the shin.
Fortunately, we were pulled into the waterfall by this man.
There's a lot of shins in here.
That is not good.
Why does the water flow upwards? Does anybody know?
Has it always done that? Is this new?
No, it never used to.
That's new.
Yes.
Since when?
It may not be real. It may be part of the
True.
madness.
Not long. Everything went mad. I lost track of days. It's hard in here, but I don't know, 20, 30 days?
Let's kill this bird. Let's get this done with. This
You
town
need
will
to-
be entirely
let's do
You
different.
should be
something.
more healthy than you are now.
There's nothing I can do for myself. Perhaps a little magic to help me along the way.
And he comes crawling back.
I can help myself.
How are you going to do that?
I've done it once before. I've spoken to the darkness. It's carried me.
It's the darkness that got you into this mess in the first place? Do you not think you might want to avoid that?
Oh, you want me to not use my magic, Malken?
Well,
That'd be
no.
really useful against the huge killing bird.
No, I didn't mean not use your magic. I just meant...
You
Try-
don't need to fight the bird.
Who
What do
fought?
we need to do then?
We have a matador.
Blaze.
Blaze.
Blaze is no longer with us.
Blaze is meat.
He's a big old ball of meat.
He's dead?
Don't know. He's definitely meat.
Can we nominate a new champion?
I'd like to nominate as many as possible and slaughter this bird.
Well, you talk to
Oh dear.
Surge. Blaze is...
Serge, is he the one on the stage?
And Blaze... Yeah, Surge in the chair with the wheels.
Oh,
And Jody
oh good. Okay.
is the handler.
They are both insane.
They're yeah. We
And we can bring them some of the fur.
That is a good point.
Don't drink the water.
This stuff's a freaking
Wasn't-
cure-all. We can just
wasn't
use it
going to
Rub
drop
it on
the
everything.
water.
everywhere.
Right. Okay. We'll take them the wool and then we'll figure out what to do then. Yeah.
Do we not want to rest while this man is sick?
We could rest.
I'm looking at you. Do you need to rest? Does anyone else need to?
I could
I've got a couple of.
honestly,
I could do a couple of bits of resting.
I could. If it depends if time is of the essence. What time of day is it at the moment?
You're not immediately able to see through the cave, but in terms of when did you last rest?
Before we got to the town, wasn't it?
We rested. We long rested at the bottom of the mountain.
We did, yeah.
And it was daybreak then.
Yeah.
And then you travelled on for around 20 miles. So you're probably early evening now.
Yeah. We could sleep for the night and maybe deal with this tomorrow. I do not feel well.
Is there any significant reason why we need to kill the bird today, or fight, do whatever the crazy ritual that you people love and seem to have? Is there any reason why we have to do that today rather than tomorrow?
The festival was at least 10 days ago.
Okay.
They think it's always an hour away.
It's
So
perpetually an hour away.
Okay.
How does the festival work? Can we all go slaughter a chicken?
It's
Or
obvious,
are there
listen,
rules
we
to
just
this?
kill the friggin'
There's
bird.
no point killing a bird if it's against the
We
ritual.
will go and
That
talk
was-
to the map. The guy will become matador. We will find out what the problem is. But for now, I do not want this person to die.
We
He's-
take Nolus' weapons and his
Yeah.
strength, and we just
I just
point
think
him in the direction of the bird.
it'll be a pointless exercise if there's a ritual that
It's the
generally is
closest thing
followed.
we will got to glory since coming here.
We can find out the ritual from the guys on the stage if we take the wool to try and bring them out of the madness.
So are we resting now or heading
Rest
into?
now.
I've rest now.
If I'm going to fight it on my own, I'm fine.
No, you're not going
You
to
can
fight
drink
it.
Yeah.
the enlargement potion.
It's true. It is true.
Let's see what we can find out from the people who might know what they're doing, if we can get them sane.
That
Let's-
sounds boring.
I will disagree with you in the morning. Can we long rest, please?
It might sound boring, but it might also stop us from dying pointlessly against something we can't kill because we missed out some silly little bit of the ritual.
Sleep here. And they kind of point to the broth. You sleep so quickly.
Can I Homer Simpson into the wool?
Yeah, sure. And it is deep. It's really, it's really comfortable. It's this big,
Plush.
comfortable. It's not itchy. It's just smooth, and again, you get that sensation as you fall back into it. Some of the children can again move up to make space for you, but they're all cuddling around. They're all just looking at you, just interested. And the two halfling girls kind of settle down as well. Aaron doesn't. He's kind of stays stood up and thinking and pacing. And Bismuth, he's kind of still on top of his creature, just kind of stroking it. Malil's still singing. You're all settling down.
No, it's probably still awake. You need rest for 4 hours anyway. And struggles to sleep on land, so he's just going to look into the pool and take out his polished silver knife, and he's going to shave off both sides of his hair using the polished silver knife,
Okay.
using the reflection of the pool.
Sure. Yeah. So you're able to do that.
Mohawking himself.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to do that, no problem, over the course of the an
You
hour or
didn't
so.
look scary enough already.
I'm just going to give God Elizabeth a little hair from this Brock.
Oh yeah.
Nice little blonde
That
wig.
would be cool.
that is cool.
The children are kind of looking at it, and they're really interested.
Still looks like a thumb's face.
They remember
Not very good at.
They remember your little creation you made for them
Oh,
many moons
unfortunately,
ago.
yeah, that would just be a pile of metal now. It's only a 24-hour lasting thing. I'm going to make them another one.
Oh nice.
What a great thing. Yes, I'm going to shoot, just like nudge God Elizabeth over just to. It's not very well built, so it does some weird,
And
just
they're all
random movements sometimes.
They're always
It's just-
elated by it.
Yeah.
You see them, it's they haven't had a lot of entertainment here for the past period of time, and it encapsulates them, and you can see this childish wonder in all of their eyes.
I feel like Professor Popcorn. You know Professor Popcorn? You know him?
That is niche.
You know Professor Popcorn. You know Professor Popcorn. That's who I am right now.
Okay.
We'll leave it at that. Yeah. That is niche.
Local reference.
Yeah, that is
Very
a local
niche
reference.
local reference.
Yeah.
You all settle down? You're
Yeah.
settling down as well?
Yeah,
You lie down.
I could do the rest to regain some hit
You
points.
fall asleep faster than you ever fallen asleep before. You're so relaxed. You're almost, the second you hit it, you're almost entering this deep sense of relaxation.
No darkness in this sleep.
No darkness in the sleep. And that is where we will leave today's session.
Oh.
Ooh.
Tomorrow,
Asleep in a cave.
tomorrow we Yeah, but
Tomorrow we fight.
Tomorrow we fight the birdie.
Find the birdie.
She stops singing eventually.
shut up already!
Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh,
Thank you very
Thank
much,
you
everyone.
for watching.
Adanka.
We thank you again to everyone that's been watching us this evening. Thank you very much. We appreciate it wholeheartedly. And
Certainly do.
we
Certainly do.
will. We got a Comic Con in a week or two. When's that? A couple of
Oh,
weeks.
no, it's 19th, 20th of October.
And it's a
Bristol.
big one.
It's a double header
Yeah.
in Bristol
In
Comic Con.
Bristol, it's at the university, isn't it?
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah,
University.
UWE.
We're going
Nice
to
one.
be
Good
staying
one, yeah.
Saturday night in Bristol, so if you're there and want to buy us a pint, you can feel free. And if we're
Never
really
been known to
desperate,
refuse a pint.
we'll buy you a pint. You never know. But yeah, Bristol Comic Con next month.
Yeah.
And we have a
More
special event
news as we
happening
get close to
on
it.
around about the 10th of October. Special event. You'll hear about it on Twitter.
Do I know about the special event?
I don't know about a special event.
That's all right.
Thank you very much, everybody.
Tell me.
Thank you.
Until next time,
Thank you.
we have been.
And,
Die rolling!